Good morning, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful weather. It's a bit overcast now where I am, but hasn't it been hot? Not sure whether I like it or not, to be honest. We never stop moaning, do we? Don't like it when it's too cold, don't like it when it's too hot. So I hope everybody's fine. I hope everybody's ready to join me this morning for a meditation. I'm not sure whether I've done this meditation online before or not, so you'll have to bear with me. But if I have, I'm sure you'll see something different, or something will be different as we go along on our journey this morning. Yep. Yes. Oh God. No, Richard's telling me a joke in my ear, silly man. Right, what was it? Because I said bear with me. He said if a bear was wearing socks, would it still be was it barefooted? Silly man. Oh, oh dear. Okay, good morning, everybody. we just ignore Richard now. He'll probably be talking in my ear all the way through. Have we got any programs you want to advertise yet, Richard, or later on? Okay, so let's see what we've got on this evening. Oh wow, we've got a new show this evening with Jessica May, communicating with your fur babies. Wow, that would be lovely. So that's something new. Okay, so it's going to be some mediumship, but she also communicates with fur babies. So I presume any animals, Richard, that might be in the spirit world. That I know I had a message once from my daughter's horse, which was quite interesting. The medium saw the horse walking down the middle aisle of the church. So yeah, fantastic. Have we got anything tomorrow evening? Okay, so we're going to do an advert in the end. So I don't know whether anybody's with us this morning. We'll do a few hellos. Nearly said good morning to myself then. Good morning, Mary. Haven't seen you for ages. Hope you're well. Hi, Linda. Morning, Stace. Heard you did some good mediumship, or I saw on Facebook. Well done. Good morning, Christine. And good morning, Carla. Lovely you could join us this morning. Hi, Pam. Hi, Terry. And good morning, Gay. It's a lovely picture. Yeah, I thought I hadn't seen your name before, Gay, so welcome. I'm glad you've joined this morning. I hope you enjoy the meditation. And good morning, Paula. Sorry, Richard, I didn't hear that one. Hanya. Good morning, Hanya. Courtney. Sorry, Dawn. And good morning, Julia and Angie. So I'm glad everybody's here. And let's have a nice half an hour of meditation, a little bit of time for us, a little bit of relaxation, just to see what messages we get from the spirit world for ourselves during our meditation. And then afterwards, if any of you want to share what you saw in your meditation, or you'd like some help understanding what it means, I'm very willing, good morning, Lynn, to answer any questions or give you some help working out what your meditation meant afterwards, if I can do that for you. Not saying I will, but who knows. So let's see what happens. So good morning, Anne. Lovely you could be here with us this morning. I hope you can't hear the fan going in the background. It's quite quiet, but if you hear a bit of a whirring, that's all it is. It's a bit hot in my room, so I haven't got a very big house. It's quite small. Bijou, is it bijou they call it? Bijou? Bijou, yeah, it's very nice, but quite small. And good morning, Kerry. I don't know if I just said to you, good morning to you. So let's get comfortable. Let's sit, find somewhere nice and comfortable to sit. And we're going to still our minds. Just have half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour of peace for ourselves without any disturbances. Good morning, Carrie Ann. Make sure you've got your phones off. Because I know, actually saying that, I need to turn my phone off. Good idea. Thank you, Spirit, for reminding me. Nothing worse than if you suddenly get something that makes you jump during a meditation. It makes you feel like you've jumped out of your skin sometimes, doesn't it? So, okay, so let's close our eyes and relax. We'll just concentrate on our breathing. As we breathe in and out. In and out. Just still your mind. Let any thoughts that come into your mind just drift away as quick as they come in. Just let them drift out. This is your time for relaxation, for a bit of quiet, time for peace and tranquility, to relax our bodies, but to energize ourselves as well at the same time. So just relax your body and listen to your breathing. Relax your arms, let any tension go out of your neck. This is your time for peace and calm. And we're going to visualize a beautiful white light as it comes in through our feet, goes up through our shins, past our knees into our thighs, up into our bodies. Watch that light as it fills your torso up, as it goes down your arms into your hands. You may find you're beginning to tingle. You could feel cold or hot. These are just different energies as you're drawing in that beautiful white light. Watch as it goes up your neck area into your head, making your mind calm. You feel so peaceful, so relaxed. Nothing matters apart from this moment in time. Visualize that white light going deep, deep down into your heart area. Feel the love, feel the protection and the safety around you as that light goes deep into your heart area, making you feel loved, making you feel special and protected. You are important. You deserve to be loved. Soak it up and enjoy that feeling of calm and relaxation as our body feels heavy, but we're alert in our minds, ready to start our meditation. And this morning we're going to find ourselves along a riverbank. The grass on the side of the river is thick and bright green, and there are lots of daisies in the grass. Why not take your shoes off and feel how cool that grass feels beneath your feet, how tickly it feels as it goes between your toes and over the tops of your feet where it's so long. It feels wonderful, just like a plush carpet. Walk up to the river, and as you do, you can see the sun shining on the top of the river. It looks so beautiful, so sparkly. The sun glistens on the river. It looks like diamonds floating along. You can hear the sound of the water as it slowly edges along. Just listen. And at the edge of the river are lots of reeds. And inside the reeds, you see some ducks. Beautiful duck. And it's as though the duck is hiding inside the reeds. And it knows it's not going to be scared of you. And it pokes its head out. And it starts to swim around where you are. And the duck is swimming. You notice 4 baby ducklings coming out from the reeds. They're so pretty, so fluffy. The mother feels so safe with you. She knows she can bring her ducklings out and they won't get hurt. Just watch them as they swim around with their mother, putting their heads under the water. Maybe they're trying to pick up little insects and things that are floating on the water. It's as though they're playing just like our children play together. It's so beautiful to watch them. How carefree they are. Now, I want you to begin to walk along the riverbank. And as you do, you find the ducklings and the mother duck are going to swim along with you and follow you. On the edge of the riverbank, there are the most beautiful flowers. What flowers are along your riverbank? What colours are they? Do you know what flowers these are? Maybe they have a memory with them, a memory of a loved one in spirit. Maybe it's just a flower that you like. Or it could even be a colour that you need in your life at this moment. And there are so many flowers. I want you to just pick 2 flowers. It's okay. Just pick 2 flowers and carry on walking along the riverbank. And in the distance you see a small bridge, a small arched wooden bridge that goes across the river. I want you to walk up to it. Start to walk across the bridge. You can look down and you might be able to see the water between the slats of the wood. You're quite safe. This bridge has been there such a long time, but it's very safe. It might creak a little bit as you walk over it, but you know that you're totally, totally safe. And when you get to the middle of the bridge, I want you to just stop. Look how clear the water is. As you look down at the water, you can see all the stones at the bottom of the water. They may be different colours, they may be just browns and beiges. You may see tiny little fish swimming along in the water under the bridge. It's so pretty. What sort of fish are they? Are they black or grey? Do they look like goldfish? Maybe they're different colours. Just watch them swimming around in the water. The water is so clear. And I want you to take your flower. Take one of your flowers and I want you to think of a wish you want. Something you want for a friend or a loved one. Maybe a wish for the world. Just think of that wish, and as you do, I want you to just throw that flower into the water. Just watch as that flower begins to go along with the tide of the water. Watch as it disappears up the river, as it floats and bobs. Know that your wish has been heard, and know that help will be given in whatever way is possible. Now I want you to take your other flower. But this time I want you to think of something for yourself. It's not being greedy, it's not being selfish. You spend too much time worrying about others and caring about others. So in our meditation, we're going to spend time concentrating on us. Think of something you want. Maybe something to do with your health. It may be something you'd love to achieve, or something to do with your spiritual work. Just have a think for a moment. And as you think of that wish, once again throw that flower into the water. And just watch as it goes upstream, bobbing along, knowing that if help can be given, it will be, in whichever way is best for you. Know that your wish has been heard. As you're standing on that bridge, you can feel a slight breeze in your face. It's so beautiful. And as the flowers have disappeared, I want you to carry on over the bridge and down the other side. And on the other side of the bridge, you see a small rowing boat tied to a post. As you get nearer to the boat, you can see it's filled with the most beautiful coloured cushions. What colour are your cushions? What are they made of? Are they soft? Are they silky? They may be more than one colour. Just take a note and remember what colour they are. I want you to get into the boat. It's quite safe. You won't fall into the water. And I want you to untie the rope that's attached to the post. But you notice there aren't any oars in this boat. But it doesn't matter, because the boat just drifts away from the water's edge. And it starts gently going down the river. Notice how the boat just gently, gently bobs in the river. You can hear the water as it laps around the rowing boat. Why not put your hand in the water? Notice how cool the water feels, how refreshing it is. You may still see the ducks. They may be swimming along the river with you, with the boat. I want you to lay back on the cushions. They're so soft and so comfortable. You know you're safe, just floating down the river. Look up at the sky. Look at the clouds. What shape are the clouds? What shape are they forming? Can you recognise any of these shapes? Just lay back and enjoy how relaxed you feel. And as you're laying on the boat, you notice that any aches or pains you may have had have just disappeared. You feel so light, so free and relaxed, without any aches or pains anywhere. Look up at the sky. The sun's not too bright, so don't look at the bright sun. Just look at the clouds as they float along and see what shapes they are making. Is this important to you? Is this a message you're being given from the spirit world? Do you understand why you're being given this shape? Lay back and enjoy that feeling of relaxation. And as you go along, you notice two beautiful white swans. The duck is there with her chicks, and they're all swimming along together. You notice how close they get to the boat. It's as though they want you to put your hand out and touch them. Touch their lovely white downy feathers. What do they feel like? These swans are so majestic, so beautiful. They know they're safe with you. They know you won't hurt them. You may even find one of their feathers gently comes off for you to keep. Beautiful, pure white feather. And as you go along the water, you can hear it rippling. Just lay and enjoy that feeling. Do you notice that the boat is becoming slower and it's going towards the edge of the river once again? And as you get to that part of the river where the boat stops, there's a post. I want you to put the rope of the boat over the post. And as you look out, you can see the most beautiful field, filled with bluebells. It's absolutely gorgeous, a whole bed of bluebells. It's as though it's covered with a total blue blanket. Step out of the boat. You're quite safe. You know the boat's going to be there. And I want you to begin to walk through that big blanket of bluebells. But as you do, a small path is just becoming visible. So you don't have to tread on any of the bluebells. It's just a small path in the middle of them. Walk along that path. And in front of you, you see an enormous tree covered in pink blossom. You come out of the field of bluebells across the grass. I want you to walk towards the tree. You can smell the scent of the pink blossom. And where the wind's been blowing, there's so much blossom under the tree. It's like a large pink blanket. Go over and sit on that blossom. How lovely and soft it is. How does it feel as you sit down? You can smell the most amazing aroma coming from the blossom. Pick some up and let it just drop through your fingers. You can lay back in the blossom if you want to. Just lay and let your mind drift. Feel relaxed. Feel happy and free. Free from any worries that you may have. And as you lay there, and you're looking up at the tree and the branches of the tree, you can see a nest with small baby birds in it. Just watch as the mother bird comes back and feeds the baby birds. You can hear them chirping for food. Nature's so wonderful. Those tiny little birds are just chirping, waiting for their dinner. Now you notice on the tree, in the bark, there's a word that's been engraved onto the bark. This hasn't damaged the tree. It's only going to be there for a little while. Just look at the tree trunk and see what word has been engraved into the trunk specially for you. Make a note of this word. Remember it. It's important. And then just watch as it slowly vanishes and the tree goes back to normal. Make sure you remember that word. Now I want you to just turn round and sit with your back to the tree. Lean on the bark and the trunk of the tree. How do you feel? Can you feel the strength of that tree? as you're leaning against it. Can you feel the power of that tree going into your body? Do you feel different? Feel the upliftment you're being given, the strength you're being given, the power to overcome any obstacle that may come in your way. Do you feel so strong? Do you feel as though you can cope with anything that life throws at you now? As you have the power and the strength being given to you from nature and from this beautiful tree. Enjoy that feeling. And as you're sitting there, there are the most beautiful butterflies flying around you. What colours are they? Put your hand out, and as you do, you'll find one butterfly just comes and sits on the palm of your hand. Notice how it tickles you, how your hand feels very ticklish, how light this butterfly feels. Look at its beautiful soft velvety wings. What colours and patterns are there on your butterfly? It's so pretty. This is such a special place. Just watch as a butterfly flies away, knowing that you've had such a special moment beneath this tree. Now it's time for us to stand back up. You may feel you want to hug your tree. If so, give it a big hug. Thank it for the strength you've been given today, for the power. Feel that strength once again going into you. Nature is unbelievable. It's time now to walk back away from the tree, to find the path in the field of bluebells, to walk back through that field, back towards the river. You can see the boat and the post where it's roped up. And as you get nearer to the river, I want you to get back into your boat. Untie the rope. And just let the boat just drift away from the shore. You gently sit and relax. What can you see around you as you go back? It's as though the river is going in a circle. Look at the riverbank. Look to your left, to your right. What can you see? On the right-hand side of the river, you can see a figure. Who is it? Who's on the riverbank waving to you? Is it somebody you know? Is it a loved one? Could it be a guide or somebody you've never seen before? And as you see them, the boat just gently comes to a halt for a moment. Is this person saying anything to you? Are they speaking to you, or are they just waving to you? Are they letting you know they're around you and that they're with you? How's it making you feel seeing this person? How do you feel inside? I'll leave you just for a moment. Maybe have a few words. You may even be feeling you're talking to the person in your mind. What are they saying to you? What do you want to say to them? Take in this very, very special moment. Enjoy this feeling. And if you've never seen them before, then ask them some questions. Maybe ask them who they are. This is a very special moment, very special time for you. Enjoy it. And you see, they start to wave goodbye. This isn't goodbye, it's just au revoir. Know that whoever it was, whether you knew them or not, is around you, looking after you, being with you. And slowly the boat starts to move again. And the person just magically disappears. But no, they're not gone. They are still with you and around you. And as the boat carries on down the river, the two swans come back and swim over to the boat once again. And they come up so close. And one of the swans has got something in its mouth. Hold your hand out. This is a gift to you, a gift from the spirit world. Just let the swan drop whatever it is into your hand. What have you been given? What's the significance of this gift? Maybe you know, maybe you don't, but I want you to remember it because it's important. It's important that you remember what this gift is. The swans swim away. So majestic, so beautiful. And you still see you have your white feather in the boat that you were given from the swans. Keep this. This is a lucky feather. With this feather, you know that your loved ones in the spirit world are around you and aren't far away. And as the boat carries on drifting down the river, you see the bridge in front of you, the bridge where you started your journey. It's just as though this river has gone round in a full circle. You can see the post where you started your journey, and the boat slowly starts to drift across to the edge of the bank where the post is. I want you to take the rope from your boat and tie it around the post, securing the boat. I want you to take your gifts and your feather you've been given, the memories of all the colours of the cushions and the butterflies and all the wonderful feelings you've had on this journey. Climb out of the boat. And I want you to walk back over the bridge. You can feel the bridge creaking beneath your feet. The wood's so old and delicate, but it's beautiful. And as you reach the other side of the riverbank, I want you to walk along the river, past all the reeds, back to where you started your journey on the riverbank. I want you to remember everything you were given and told on this journey. And we give thanks that we were allowed to go on this journey today. But now our journey's come to an end. I want you to just feel your feet firmly on that grass. Put your shoes back on. Give your feet a stamp on the grass. Now you can feel your bottom on your chair at home. You can feel your feet firmly on the ground, on your carpet, or on the floor of your home. You feel totally grounded and secure now you've come back from your journey. When you feel ready, I want you to just open your eyes and find yourself back totally grounded in your room. Take your time coming back. Just open your eyes when you're ready. Hopefully you should all feel so much more relaxed, with more strength, maybe having met somebody special on this journey. For those of you that knows how to close down, I'd like you to close yourselves down. Those of you that don't know how to close down, just follow this little routine with me. So once again, close your eyes. I want you to visualize a bright purple light in the middle of your forehead. I want you to turn that light off. I want you to then visualize a blue light in your throat area and turn that light off. Now we're going to go down to our heart area where we see a green light. Turn that light bulb off, turn that light off. Going down to our solar plexus area in our tummy where we get all our gut feelings. And we're going to see a yellow light bulb, which we're going to turn off. Now go down to our sacral area where we see an orange light bulb just below our tummy buttons. Let's turn that orange light bulb off. And finally, we're going to go down to our red, to see a red light at the base of our spine. Let's turn that red light off. Now we're just going to go back and double check that the purple light in the middle of our forehead is off. The blue light in our throat area is off. The green light in our heart area is off. That the yellow light in our solar plexus, our tummy area, is turned off. And that the orange light just below our tummy button is turned off. And last of all, that red light at the base of our spine is off. I want you to visualize the roots of a tree going from your hands and your feet deep, deep down into the earth, making you feel secure. I want you to put a cloak of protection around your shoulders and over your head and under your feet. And finally, cover yourself in a beautiful white protective light. You're now grounded, you've finished your journey, and you're ready to move on with your ordinary day and your work, whatever you have to do today. I hope everybody enjoyed that meditation. I hope you'll feel a lot more revitalized and more refreshed and pain-free. If anybody wants to share anything they saw on their journey or would like me to try and help them work out perhaps what something means or a colour means, then please just put a message up and I'll do the best I can to help you out. It's always nice if people share what they've seen. I mean, obviously if it's something very personal, you don't have to. You know, these meditations are very personal for everyone. I know a lot of you are mediums and you'd understand what you saw anyway, but Marie said it was brilliant. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Marie. That's the reason why we do this. It's a little bit of time for us, isn't it? Just to take back. We spend so much time giving, you know, even those those of you that aren't mediums, healers or spiritual workers, we spend so much time giving our love to others, looking after family, friends, being there for people. It's just nice to have that half an hour of, you know, time together when we can have a little bit of peace for ourselves, and hopefully you had some healing. I hope you all got a bit of healing when you were laying in the boat. I hope you all managed to see different colours of the cushions in the boat. Angie said thank you. You're very welcome, Angie. Kerry said it was very deep. Yeah, it was quite a deep one today. I didn't originally think it would be, but I was given a few extra bits as we went along. And Carrie Ann said it was very nice, thank you. I hope some of you managed to see a loved one from spirit, or somebody on the bank waving to you. If anybody managed to see somebody, Christine said it was very relaxing. You don't need to tell us who it was, because that can be quite personal to you, but it would be nice to get a little bit of feedback as a tutor, or, you know, trying to help you do your meditation. It's good morning, Marianne. You know, if anybody did get to see a loved one, that would be lovely. Good morning, Nicola. First time watching you. Well, I hope you enjoyed the meditation, and I hope you'll join us again. I'm always here every other Friday. Nadia needs to go to work now, seeing oranges and pink flowers and cushions. Wonderful. Orange to me is vitality, upliftment. Pink for me is love. I mean, colours mean something different for everybody. I always feel, you know, with pink, that's love and emotion. So I would imagine you'll be sending lots of upliftment and love from the spirit world. Christine said her cushions were red and blue. Red can be different things. I think for you, Christine, I'm feeling red is for strength. They're sending you red for strength. I know red can sometimes be anger and that sort of thing, but for you, Christine, red is strength. And the blue, I think you need a little bit of peace and calm around you at this time. So I think that's where the blue comes in. You need a little bit more time for yourself, just to calm your mind as well. You've got an awful lot, you know, I feel as though there's an awful lot going on in your mind, Christine, and you know, it's worrying a lot. Dawny said that was very relaxing, she fell asleep. That's fine. If you fall asleep, that's what you need. And I always say our subconscious carries on. So even though you're asleep, you'd have still gone through the meditation, and you'd have heard it and seen different things in your mind, and things might pop up later on that you remember. Mary said that was lovely. Purple cushions and peach cushions. Saw one of your uncles. Oh, that was lovely, Mary. Was you quite surprised to see him, Mary? Because I know sometimes we always expect to see certain loved ones from spirit, and I always think it's quite nice when you see somebody that you weren't really expecting, because then you know it's not your mind, because it's not your mind, it's never your imagination. And purple for me always means spiritual stuff, you know, and I know Mary is a very spiritual person and a medium and healer, so she'd be getting lots of love from the spirit world. Linda said she had orange lilies, blue and green cushions, yellow and black butterfly, and a field of poppies. Grandmother was there with John, my guide. Oh wow, you saw lots, Linda, didn't you? Blue and green cushions. Maybe you need a bit of healing at the moment, Linda. I feel perhaps you need a bit of healing with the blue and the green. The yellow and black butterfly. I feel the yellow is to give you upliftment. And don't be surprised if you don't actually see a butterfly on your travels that looks very similar to this in the next few days. You might be quite surprised. At a field of poppies, I love poppies. They're one of my favourites. They always remind me of my mum. So I don't know whether there's a November anniversary around you, or November's an important month, Linda. Like I say, I'm not doing mediumship this morning. I'm not really linking in. I'm just picking up on odds and ends that I'm being given. So, you know, maybe I always think of poppies with Armistice Day. So maybe there's a November connection. You saw your grandmother and she was there with your guide. Fantastic. I wonder what they were chatting about. Marie said she saw her brother. Fantastic, Marie. I don't know whether you got a chance to speak to him or he said anything to you, but isn't it wonderful knowing that they're there? And Kerry said she saw her granddad on the bank and he had a big smile. Fantastic. We know they're looking over us and we know they're around us, but I think sometimes when you actually see them in a meditation, it's like they're really there and you could just literally put your hands out and touch them. It's fantastic. And when you do see them, I expect a lot of you, when I said it was time to go, thought, oh, no, I want to stay here. But we can't stay there for too long, can we? But just remember, you can always go back on this journey. And maybe next time you'll see somebody different on the bank. And these meditations are always on the sptv channel. Richard keeps them all, and you can watch and listen to them any time you want. Carrie Ann said her cushions were teal. Teal. Let's see what we think that means. Now, I know it sounds very strange, Carrie Ann, but I don't know whether you feel hot. I mean, I know it's been hot, but I don't know whether you're suffering with the heat or I would say hot flashes, but I'm not saying you're going through menopause or anything else. But I feel as though you need that teal colour to cool you down. So maybe that's a bit significant with emotions as well. You just need to cool yourself down a little bit. So whether somebody's just saying to me, like I say, I'm not linking in with spirit properly, so I'm just picking up what I've been given. I'm not actually linking to an actual person. But somebody is saying to me that you need to watch what you say before you speak sometimes. So I think sometimes you say something, you think, oh, I shouldn't have said that. So I think that's where this cool feeling is coming in with the chill cushions. Just sometimes think before you say something. Richard's saying open. What do you say, Richard? Yeah, open communication and clarity of thought. So this is from Richard, who's not a medium. Okay, we always laugh. All us mediums laugh with Richard because we all know he's a medium, but he insists he's not. Pam says she's feeling purple and blue cushions. Wow, poppies are popping up a lot, aren't they? Now poppies always grow on what's sort of on land, and they often grow, don't they, as well? Don't they grow on cemeteries and places like that? Because I know when my mum passed and I went back to her grave, she had loads of poppies on her grave. So maybe this is a significance, and I do feel that you will see some poppies in quite a strange place. I can't remember what colours you said you had. Was it purple and green, Lady Forster? Was it purple and green cushions you said? Oh, purple and blue cushions, purple and blue. So spiritually, I don't know whether you're a medium, but I feel as though perhaps you're becoming more spiritually aware with things. Blue cushions for you. Blue for me is healing, but I feel as though, again, you need calm. You need calm around you to get you're somebody whose head is going at 90 to the dozen. So you need that little bit of calm and peace, relaxation. I'm seeing you give it a go. Just go and lay on your bed and try and calm your mind. And just think of a blue colour. Cover yourself in blue, Pam. And I think that's going to be really good for you. I mean, maybe you could put a blue blanket on yourself or something like that. But just visualise yourself with this lovely blue aura around you as you lay on your bed. And I think that would be very good for you. I think it will refresh you. So what did Stace have to say, Richard? I think Stace was the next one. Very relaxing, thank you. Saw my grandparents in a new guide on the riverbank, the geisha. My cushions were baby blues and bluey greys, kingfisher in my tree. Wow, lovely you saw your grandparents. I think grandparents are really, really special, aren't they? I mean, I'm so lucky. I've got 7 blood grandchildren and 7 step grandchildren, so 14 in total, and I love them all to death. And you know, I think they're so special to us, aren't they, our grandchildren? So I've got such fond memories of my grandparents. So it's a love. You get the good things with the grandparents, don't you? And then we can give them back. So we do all the naughty things. So that's lovely. And to have a new guide, fantastic. A geisha. So hopefully you'll get some more information from this new guide on other programs you watch, perhaps on SPTV and from other mediums. cushions were baby blues and bluey greys. Right, baby blues for me is healing, but I don't feel as though it's so much you that needs a healing, Stace. I don't know whether you are a healer or whether you give out healing vibes a lot, but whether maybe that's something that you should look into if you're not doing it already. And a kingfisher. Sorry, Richard. Okay, okay. Right, so I've got a lovely long message from you here, Stace, from Richard. Richard says that you need to calm down and de-stress. The kingfisher was saying that you need to calm down. Is that right, Richard? Yeah, you're darting all over the flat place, and the weeping willow, Richard is saying that you're keeping a lot inside. So, take that from Richard because it's obviously important that he felt he needed to give that to you. Kingfishers are very regal as well, aren't they? Yeah, yeah. So kingfishers look after their own, and Richard is saying you need to look after yourself, Stace. And I also can see you. I mean, with the weeping willow, I know Richard is saying about you've got stuff that you're hanging on to inside. I can see you inside the weeping willow, and I feel as though you're being given a lot of strength from spirit. So where that weeping willow would come around you, you're getting lots of strength from spirit. So I don't know whether you felt that as well when you were sitting with your back to the tree. Hopefully you did. But you're getting a lot of strength and a lot of help. And can I just say as well, if you're holding on to stuff, Stace, find a time when you're on your own that you can let it out. Okay? Richard just been diagnosed with hypertension stage 2. Spot on, yeah. Shame he don't know what he's talking about, isn't it, Stace? But there we are. He just said he's going to hit me when he sees me. Stace said she does need healing. I'm always giving out healing. Okay, but don't forget yourself. And this is what I always say to my, a lot of you know that I'm the healing tutor at Wimbledon, and I always say don't forget ourselves. We always give out and we forget ourselves, and we need to be well to be able to give out healing. So what I say to you at the moment, Stace, is ask the spirit world to send that healing out for you. Okay, don't give any of your energy because you need it at this time. And as I was saying, try and let that out. And if there's tears there, let them out, because we hold on to stuff, and then those emotions can turn into a physical problem, which sometimes then can lead to anxiety and depression, and we don't want that. I always say to people, get a pillow and bash a pillow. Get rid of all that. People think I'm potty, but it works. Get one of the pillows off your bed and give it a good bash, have a good cry, and let it all out. Because I feel you're a person that keeps stuff in, and I mean, like most of us do. People say, "How are you?" and we all go, "Oh, I'm fine, thank you," don't we? When we're not really, and we do keep things to ourselves. So, like Richard said, you got to let this out, Stacey. So go and give it a go later on, when you're on your own. Go and have a bash of that pillow. Are there any more comments, Richard, or have we come to the end? Linda says you tried to collect some poppies, but they just die when you put them in a vase of water. Yeah, I always think of them as wildflowers, poppies. I've never thought to try and collect a poppy. They've always been very special to me, and I always, Mary Dixie, who was on here earlier, she gave me the most beautiful poppy brooch, which she said it belonged to her, but my dad asked her to give it to me, and I treasure that poppy brooch. So I do think poppies are very, very special. Maybe they're ones that we should just leave where they are. And yeah. So I hope you're well, Linda, because obviously I've not been to church. Kerry said, when I turned the red light off, I felt a pain in my lower back. Okay, Kerry, I don't know whether you suffer with pain in your lower back, or maybe as you were turning that red light off, you were given a bit of healing. Sometimes when we are given healing, the pain gets worse before it gets better. Now, I've had people come into me for healing sometimes, and they said, "Oh, I've got a pain in my back," and they've walked in quite nicely, and then when they've gone out, they've been doubled over. So I've not killed them, but sometimes it brings that out in somebody, and then it just disappears. So hopefully that will go away. If it doesn't, just ask spirit to take it away for you, or maybe visualize a nice blue aura around that part of your back. Don't worry about it. Don't get yourself in a pickle about it, because it's nothing horrible. And I feel that perhaps, you know, you've had an ache there and you didn't realise. And so, you know, when you've closed yourself down, I don't know whether you've ever closed yourself down before, Kerry, or whether that's a new thing for you. Those people that know me know I'm adamant and quite finicky about people closing down after they do any spiritual work, whether it's healing, mediumship, or whatever, because if we don't close ourselves down, then we can start picking things up from other people, and you don't want to do that. And as a medium, you know, you don't want to be out and then suddenly get a message from somebody. Myself as a medium, I only work when I want to work. So, you know, if I'm doing a reading, or, you know, I'm doing mediumship or whatever, I will then say to spirit world, I'm going to do my mediumship now, and I get myself in the zone and I work. Afterwards, I turn it off. So I'm not forever being bombarded by spirit picking things up. It's the same sort of feeling when you go into a room and you know there's been an argument. You can sense it, and you don't want that. So that's why I always think it's important to close yourself down with everything. New way of closing down for you. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to close down however feels best for you. I always find that's a good way of visualization for people who don't normally do spiritual work. And it's easy to visualize a light bulb. I actually got that from my grandson. My grandson used to come to my healing classes from when he was about 10 years old. If I was looking after him, he always used to love to come to my healing group, and he had fantastic abilities. And he always used to say, he was a DJ and he used to love doing DJ, and he always used to say, I always visualize it as a light man, and then I just turn that light off. And I thought, that's a good idea. Quite an easy thing, you know, if you're saying to somebody, you know, bring a petal in tight, you never quite know how tight to bring it in, or if you close a zip or pull a shutter down. But with a light bulb, it's instantly on and off. So that's why I use that one, because I think it's quite a good way of closing down and quite a good way of visualizing. It's a light either on or it's off. And I think sometimes, you know, with a rose or a petal that's closed, you think, oh, is it closed enough, or is it not closed enough? So yeah, you know, whether you use that in the future, Kerry, or whether you use your own way, you know, it's whatever feels right for you. And I think with any spiritual work, you know, it's nice to teach somebody different ways of doing things. You know, with my healing and mediumship groups, we always go through different ways of doing things. But I think it's always nice to pick out what feels right for you, and what feels comfortable, because at the end of the day, you're working with spirit, and you know they're the ones that are guiding you. So any other comments, Richard, or have we come to the end? No. Hi Lorraine, Claudette and Cheryl. So you think it's a better way of closing down? We'll try again. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's I think it's a great way of closing down. It's instant, isn't it? And I always go back and double check, because for me, I always have problems closing my solar plexus down, which is a yellow one in your tummy. So I always go back and make sure they're all completely off. And I think probably quite a lot of mediums they all have their own way of doing things. So it's all an experiment, is it? Thank you ever so much for joining us this morning. I hope you enjoyed your meditation. Please join me again in another couple of weeks. All the meditations, like I say, and all the ones I've done before are on sptv, and you can pick any of those up whenever you want and go through any of them. And I think we've got a medium tomorrow evening, Richard, have we? Saturday evening? Oh, lovely. We've got Jason Rothwell tomorrow evening coming doing mediumship. We've got the lady doing the animals and the mediumship tonight. And are we doing the Sunday service on Sunday, Wimbledon? Okay, so I stem from Wimbledon Spiritist Church. I'm a minister there as well, and we have our Sunday service on at 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning with sptv. So I hope you'll join us for that. Have a brilliant week, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple of weeks, and keep safe. Bye bye.